All right, guys. I hope you are doing well tonight. Tonight is another late night gun chat featuring me, Alaskan Ballistics. Hope y'all are doing well. If you don't know what these chats are, they're basically you ask questions and I give you answers, and they're worth exactly what you paid for them. So hopefully you're doing well tonight. And sorry, it's been a while since we've done a true late night gun chat. Last week we were, having dinner. It was my birthday dinner, even though my birthday was Saturday. That's the day we could get the kids out, was last Tuesday. So, it is what it is. Very nice dinner. Had a good steak. Had to drive in a blizzard all the way back home, like in a bad blizzard. Roads horrible. So that's that. But yeah, that's cool. I bought myself a gun for build another AR for my birthday. So there's that. And bought my wife nothing yet for Christmas. I got to get her something, but that's that. So, all right, we'll shout out the chat as people roll in here. Generally speaking, people rolling here kind of slow. We got William Firm says nice rack. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't find my regular picture, so I changed it to that. Let's see what's up, everybody. Marshall Davu, the Iron Marshal, Booger Dog, Keith Gregory. All right, Tactical Futtery, Mr. I love the Taurus Judge. I should be fighting with it in Ukraine right now. So that's that. Heard Ukraine sent a peace offering. That's that. Yep. Hunter Kirk from Northern Idaho. Good evening. How you doing, sir? All right. So anyway, if you hadn't seen these, my questions, your answers. Oh no, your questions, my answers. That's that. So I started loading all of the 22-250 with the for the body armor video. A lot of people want to see that 22-250 versus body armor. So that's that. No, Russia probably ain't ready for that. Richard E, Merry Christmas. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Merry Christmas. Good evening. Yep. Merry Christmas to all. If y'all hadn't gone and checked out my video, my Christmas, all my music on my music page. Got a lot of Christmas video. I've been posting them over and over, but kind of is what it is. Anyway. So go ahead and put put some links in the chat for that as soon as the Sorry about that. Become a SoundCloud rapper. Yeah, no thanks. There's that, but yeah. Got some pretty nice Christmas music here. Find it here. See if it'll actually load. But anyway, what's your favorite Christmas carol, hymn, whatever song? Put it in the chat. All right. Playing. Yeah. There you go. All right. So if you need some good Christmas music, there you go. All right. Some in the chat there for you. All right. Now it's a party. Got bullets for bucks with this. It is a party now. My internet is going really slow, guys. So
yeah, you're a little grainy.
You doing all right, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right. staying busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, staying busy and
yeah. There's that.
still. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Now he's got the incense candle going.
It's my little
Is
fireplace.
that caribou blood incense?
No, that's 90% isopropyl alcohol. It's my little novelty item.
I figured for you it was like elk urine.
No, I use that on my clothing.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, when I hunt, and on my shoes, preferably estrus.
Yep. Always go estrus. They're always ready to smell that.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, guys. Good. All right. What's new with you? How's did you get an elk this year?
Oh yeah, I got 2 elk.
Yeah.
So like in the whole.
I said Christmas. Go ahead.
Oh man, your internet is rough. It's like
It's
no, rough. Yeah, I got I don't know, I filled like 13 tags or something this year.
That's 2 nice. Elk. And
2 elk. 2 elk, 3 deer, an antelope, 4 turkeys, and a bear. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, the caribou. I feel like I'm still forgetting something. But
there you go.
Yippers. And my wife got a antelope too.
Nice. Did you get an antelope?
Yeah, I got an antelope. Just one. Normally, as a family, we kill 4, but this year we just killed 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But this is the first year I've gotten 2 elk in a while. Normally, I either get 1 or none sometimes.
Big bulls or cows or what?
A small 6x6 bull and then a calf. A cow. It was a female calf. Like I don't know. It's good eating though.
There you go. Yep. So tactical care Futtery, I said your favorite song, not your favorite artist. Okay, isn't Mariah Carey like 70 now? Anyway. Something like that.
Yeah, she doesn't get better with age.
No, not really. She was great in the 90s. You know?
Yeah.
So was I.
That's
I was
true.
great in the 90s. All right. A GX22 is up to 10,000 rounds now. Me and my buddies have been shooting that thing a lot. Sweet. That's good, man. That's good. Joe McKinney has the first question here that seems how do you eat your elk?
I put it in my mouth. No. My favorite way to cook my favorite way to cook elk, backstrap anyways, that's easy, is just to like cut it into like 1/2-inch little like steaks or whatever, and then sear it in cast iron with some garlic pepper seasoning. But I use seasoning from a place called High Mountain. It's the name of the brand's High Mountain seasoning. It's actually made in Wyoming, but it's just like a garlic pepper seasoning and butter. And that's how I like to do it.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Alaska One Andy? Hi, Chuck. Joe McKinney. I remember my first 28.8 kilobyte modem. There you go. There you go. Hunter
Kirk. My parents don't even have internet still. It's crazy. It's madness. How can you be alive and not have internet at your house? They barely even have cell phone service, actually. We had dial-up for a long time when they did.
I didn't have internet for a long time. I just used my phone for everything. Even while I had a channel. I just do channel stuff at Cabela's actually I did a lot of channel stuff because their internet was so fast at Starbucks. People get on to me, how can you eat Starbucks? And I'm like, well, A, they have this tea that's really, really good, and B, they have really fast internet. That's how, But yeah, that's that. So no, I was born in 96. So you were
Oh my
still better.
gosh.
Just kidding. Yeah.
I'm getting old. Born in 96. Holy smokes.
All right. Yeah, I know. But I ask my students when they're born now, they're like 2015. I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
boy.
gosh. That's when I graduated from high school.
Shoot, you're a young one. I
Oh, wait.
graduated high school.
No. I'm way off. I'm way off. I don't even remember. 2005, not 2015. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
I was like,
2005. Yeah. Are you ignoring my comment?
no internet, the coolest. Yeah.
Looks like your internet caught up, I think. It took you a minute.
Yeah, it's been taking a minute.
It seems like.
Well, we had the power out completely for 12 hours yesterday, and it took. This is the modem's now finally, paying attention. We just finally got the modem going. So, hey, Alaska One Andy, I graduated in 1973. There you go. That's when I graduated high school, 2015. There you go. So, what's up, David Walcott? How you doing? Hello, Alaskan King. I am not a king of anything. Nobody wants that, but thank you. Graduated in high school in 96. That's when I started high school. 1996. There we go. Like I said, we were all better in the 90s, Philip. We were all better in the 90s. Just like Mariah Carey. All right. You're just a pup then. Booker Dog. Wow.
I bought 4 guns yesterday.
Nice. What'd you get?
I got a Savage Axis, just a regular one. A lot of the guns I got were just to like do videos on. And then I got a Ruger American. I've had both of those guns already, but I got rid of them a couple years ago, and now I'm rebuying them. And then I got a Savage 110, which I've actually never had. It's crazy. I've never had one. So that'll be good. And it's like a classic. It's a classic version or something. It's got a wood stock on it, which I don't see as often. And it was in good shape. And then and this is really the one that's for me. Like those are for like my channel, just to do content. This one's for me. This is I got a CZ Shadow 2 pistol.
Nice. Yeah.
Pretty sweet pistol. So I've been wanting one of those for literally like, I don't even know, since they came out. Actually, I think it's before I think it was when the Shadow first came out. I think like the original base. I've been wanting one for years. And so I got those, and we'll see what else happens before the end of the year. But
yeah, the 110 is a very, very accurate gun. My Savage 111, which is essentially the same gun, right? Is the most accurate gun I have. So, and
I believe it. I had the Axis, not even the Axis 2, like didn't even have the Accu trigger. And 6.5 Creedmoor, like 3 years ago or something, I sold it to a guy that I knew that I worked with. Anyway, it was up there in accuracy. It was extremely accurate.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the feel or the components of it really, but it was accurate.
All right, we got a good question in here. Is your favorite 10mm 200 grain hardcast powder? I'm assuming still AA number 9. No, Blue Dot. I like Blue Dot. There's less recoil with it. So there's one question. Class of 67 SMH, but I still have more hair than Chuck. That's not saying much. All right. What calibers did you get all these in? That's a good question, Gorilla HD.
So the Savage 110 is 7mm Remington, and the it's funny, I bought them so quick, I was like forgetting. And then one's a 30-06. I think that's the Ruger American, and then the other Axis 270, and of course the CZ's a 9mm.
30-06 Ruger Americans, what I killed my first caribou with.
Oh, nice.
Then
I really,
my buddy,
yeah,
$250. I just gave him a deal, and
oh,
but
yes.
unfortunately, that buddy passed away of cancer like a few weeks ago. So
Oh,
so it's not good. I hope that rifle stays in his family because I know that his girls want to learn to hunt and stuff. But yeah,
that's too bad. Yeah, it's funny that when I was looking today, this guy was selling a Winchester Model 70 Featherlight, the newer controlled round feed version they came out with, which I actually like. And it was in like mint condition, but it was actually used, but it was basically new. And he was asking $1,200 for it. And it was hilarious because 4 years ago, I think it was 4 years ago, it might have only been 3 years ago. I got the super grade version. So the MSRP was at that time was probably like 14. I think it's almost like 1,600 now. And I sold it to a guy I knew, and it was mint. I shot it like twice, and well, 2 different range trips. And I sold to him with a Ruger American that was also brand new, essentially, for a total, I think, of maybe $1,000, or like he basically got it for 800. The super grade version, and then a brand new Ruger American for 200. I have this tendency of selling anything I sell to anybody I know, I take a huge loss. Like I just can't. I need to be harder. I have a hard time selling things at a fair price to people I know. I tend to like rip myself off, but yeah, now I'm replacing all the guns that I sold. It's hilarious. Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to, hopefully I never, hopefully
my
I
internet's
never
not catching up again.
No, yeah, it slowed down. I have a Savage 300 Win Mag, says Thompson.
I can't even click on the comment.
It says Thompson says 7mm is a 284 diameter bullet, badass energy. You know, it's weird, and I hate to admit it because like it makes me look bad on my channel. I've never had a 7mm. And
yeah,
I've tested. Yeah, I've tested well, I mean, it's the same. I tested a 280 Ackley, but it wasn't mine. And I tested it and stuff and shot it a bunch. And I've shot other people's, but I've never actually trying to think I don't think I've ever owned one until now.
A simple shirt. I had somebody try to correct somebody else in the comments today. And a simple Google search, 0.284 inches is actually not 7mm, it's 7.2 millimeters. And 0.277 inches for 270 is actually not 6.8 millimeters, it's 7 millimeters even, just about. So a 270 is really a 7mm, a 7mm Premium Magnum is really a 7.2 millimeter. I don't know why they did it the way they did it, but is what it is.
That's funny.
So,
well, I guess I've had two
simple Google search. Put 0.284 inch. What's that?
I guess I've had 270s before, so close enough.
Yeah, a 270 is a 7mm. Yeah,
that's funny. Local shop has a 35 Whalen. That's a.
There you go. $400 for a Ruger M77.
You're going in and out again. Now you froze. At least on my end, you froze.
Yeah. Really? That's bad.
Every single gun I've sold, I now regret. And before it was because some of the guns I sold, I would get in a pinch, right? I would be broke. I didn't want to sell them, but I needed money. And for like a surgery or whatever, bill came up. And I would sell, I'd miss maybe 1 out of 3 guns I'd really truly miss because I really liked it, the gun. But now I just regret all of them because I could have used them for content. So now I literally regret every gun I've ever sold. It's annoying because I'm literally buying back guns that
There
I
you go.
sold for losses for higher prices. And because now the whole market's more expensive too. So now I'm really getting ripped off. Let's see here.
There you go.
Reload.
NY Prepper wants to know how the snow there. We've gotten 4 feet in the last week.
It's been the
Am I
coldest,
still
snowiest.
snowballing?
You're going in and out. This is the coldest, snowiest winter I've ever seen, I think, thus far. Maybe not the coldest, but it's got to be close, but certainly the most consistent. Like we've had consistent snow for over a month already on the ground and almost consistently very low temperatures. And we have a blizzard warning all day today and blowing snow and snow. So it's supposed to be like that the entire week. So it's been a pretty cold, snowy winter so far. Looks like he's going in and out.
Yeah,
again.
we just got, like I said, 4 feet in 1 week. And
that's
hold on.
Keep going in and out here. Let me see if I can. Looks like I'm the host now. So we can say silly things about him. No, I'm just kidding. Push wow, 4 feet. That is great. Yeah, that is crazy. I can't select comments to put them on the screen, guys. I-90 is closed down. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna close. They closed schools early here today, but they didn't actually shut down the highway right where I live. They were thinking about it. I'm trying to sell 3 snow blowers right now and a generator, so it's hilarious that I'm not in Alaska. Let's see.
So my snowblower just broke too.
I'm literally trying to sell 3 of them. I have and a generator, and all of them are new. Like everything's new. It's crazy, and I can't find people to buy them, which is weird because it's been really cold all week. And then today the power flickered, and I don't know why I can't find anybody to buy them.
Weird.
What's
can you hear me now?
Dead cartridge? I can now, but you're still not doing great. What's considered
still going in and out?
You're freezing. I can hear your audio though. What's considered a dead cartridge? David Walcott, excuse me. What's considered a dead cartridge? Oh man, I'm not the ballistics expert that Chuck is.
A dead cartridge would be like something nobody really uses anymore. When ammo is good, you're not going to find any ammo on the shelf for it. When ammo, reloading supplies, reloading is going to be the only thing you can do to get ammo for it. But I guess those would be basically that. All right. So, am I coming through better now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
There we go.
So there's ones that are just totally obsolete basically, but what are ones that are kind of, I guess, around, but dead? I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of around, but dead. I would say like 7mm Mauser. It's around. Sometimes you find a box of ammo for it. 280 Remington. It's around. Sometimes you find a box of ammo for it. I love it. It's a great caliber. 270, is not obsolete or dead, but I hate it. It's stupid. Don't buy a 270.
270 WSM.
Sorry, guys.
Isn't there a 270?
No, just 270 Winchester. No. Yeah, 270 WSM and 25 WSSM or whatever that was, that super short Winchester cartridge. That was pretty bad. 9mm Makarov I wouldn't consider obsolete, David Thompson, just because it's there's so many surplus guns. But yeah, I would consider it, definitely not prevalent compared to regular 9mm. You know, I would
I
pretty
see.
much consider 45 gap. 45 gap is probably a dead cartridge. Glock keeps making the guns though.
It's hard for me to think of ones that are obsolete, because if they're obsolete, that means I don't see them, and I don't really look up all the cartridges that exist very often and research them, to be honest. I see 6.5. Was it 6.5 Swede? I see, but it's only like one option here and there on the shelf.
Yeah. And it's not loaded
And
to its
it's
potential because 6.5 Swede is all military cartridges.
yeah.
And so like half the guns out there are military guns, and the newer guns have better steel, but some of the really old military cartridges, because 6.5 Swede was used from like, what was it, 1890 or something crazy like that? Maybe not that, but it was definitely used, from early 1900s all the way through World War II and past. And so some of the guns from way back World War I had worse steel in them, and they can't load 6.5 Swede as hot as they can load 6.5 Creedmoor. Yet its case capacity is a lot more. So if you have a brand new Tika now, definition of dead, Tika still makes a 6.5 Swede in a modern gun, and hand loaders can get that thing cranking. I mean, they'll get it cranking up there with 6.5 PRC, but the factory ammo is 100 feet per second less than 6.5 Creedmoor.
Well, I think it has more traction in Europe still, and like where
Yeah, I mean, it's
Tikas
a
are
European
made.
cartridge. It has killed a lot of moose. Anybody says 6.5 Creedmoor can't kill a big game animal, I just tell them, yeah, go look how many moose they kill in Sweden and Norway with a 6.5 Swede.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts.
This guy's saying 7mm PRC already. Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. Now here's one that's a truly dead cartridge. 307 Winchester.
Yeah, that one's pretty well.
That
dead.
one's pretty dead. That one's pretty dead. In fact, when they've re-standardized the cartridge, it has a 308 bullet in it instead of a 307. But originally, it had a 307 bullet. Let's see if I can find it in the Hornady app. They used to have it in the Hornady app.
264 Winchester Magnum.
Yeah, that one's making a comeback just because 6.5 is making a comeback. But they did not load it as hot as it's possible either, I don't think.
I've been hearing more about 35 Wayland than I used to. It seemed like that one was kind of dead, but then now I've been hearing more about it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
like
people love it. 307 Winchester. Barrel is 20 inches. Man, it looks almost identical to a 308. They are putting a 308 diameter bullet in it now. And it's got a 170 grain bullet going 2,500, a 140 grain bullet going 2,600. So not that fast. 150 grain bullet going 2,600. So not that fast. I'm thinking, though, because of the bullets they're using, it was a lever action cartridge. Very similar to 30-30 Winchester.
Have you heard? I pulled up a list, so I'm cheating. What's a 256 Newton? Have you heard of that one?
Now
There's so many cartridges.
That one I've never heard of in my life.
There's so many out there. If you look it up, it's crazy how many over the years that you just don't,
It's a good point.
Never really made it.
450 Marlin is kind of dead since Plus P 4570 took over. Very true.
3240 Ballard. I don't know if I've.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, there's definitely a lot.
3040 crack. 375 rum. 375 Weatherby. All of the Ruger compact magnums. Yeah. They are.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot out there. I'm sure that, and I'm sure other people. There's not the list I'm looking at. I'm sure isn't even complete. So you got to think there's tons of them that are in the grave, never to be resurrected.
Yep. Yep. So people don't understand. Every cartridge is made to fill a niche, and once that niche is found and filled, it doesn't really need another cartridge. You know. So like the 6.5s are for long range target shooting. You want a little bit more power, okay, you get a 6.5 PRC now. But that niche is made, So
That's a good one.
it would have been made a lot. What's that?
Oh, this he's saying next talk about which calibers should be brought back and with changes. Just ask Horny to be out that. They just change everything. They're going to make a Creedmoor 2.0 soon. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's funny that they always are coming out with something new. I mean,
I think here's what should be going on. 270 Winchester should be made with 24-inch 1-in-8 or 1-in-7 twist barrels so that you could use the heavier bullets that are out there for it, and not just get stuck with a 130, 150 grain. That's it. There's 165 grain, 170, 190 grains out there for 0.277 diameter, and like 270 Winchester needs to be modernized. And even that stupid video, me and Chook just kind of challenged each other on why I hated it. So I called it the 270 is obsolete. I have a 270 Winchester sitting right over here next to me. And the 270 Winchester is obsolete. And we did a stupid video. He goes, Chook says, the 270 Winchester isn't obsolete. It just needs modern rifle twists with bigger bullets, longer barrels. I'm like, thanks for making my point for me. Thanks.
So the guns need to be changed.
The guns need to be changed.
I'm sure you could get a custom, but not everybody can do that. So
you can get a custom, but what? Yeah, it's like
right.
Because that .277 bullet with the 170 grain bullet is going to have a much better BC than a 170, 180 grain and a 30-06, right? So
I think a lot of this is marketing. I think like every year, right, Hornady comes out with new rifle cartridges. And I think I'm not saying that they're not sometimes better, sometimes by maybe a lot, maybe by a tiny bit, but it's like anything that's being produced for the most part, they have to come up with something new, like every year or two, to keep people interested in buying. It's kind of like just the way the market works and human nature is the newest next thing. And I think with the gun market, it's the same thing. So why would the gun market like make a Remington that's got a longer barrel and is rifled that way for the 270 when they're basically looking to the next thing Hornady is going to be coming out with, or maybe Federal is going to be coming out with, or something like that as far as development. And then they're just making guns that are chambered to that because they're working in tandem to always progress, but really to also market and get people to buy more and the next thing, the next best thing, the next best thing. And so that's probably why a lot of them were like, well, we're not going to go back and redo guns for 270. We're going to do them for 7mm PRC. You know what I mean?
Sure. So David Thompson here is like, why do you guys badmouth a 270? It's a good card. It does what it's supposed to do. I don't like it because like there's no standard like match grade ammo or match grade chambers for it. And so you get a 6.5 Creedmoor or 308, you're going to get a nice grade. I've had 270s, so many 270s where I have to load the bullet longer than the magazine to get any accuracy. And so that's why I hate it. And I know that's, I've had 3 270s. I had to do that same thing. Otherwise they were going to shoot 3 inches at 100 yards and get them to half an inch. And then it's like ballistically, okay, if I want something with the match grade chamber, but matches it or beats it ballistically, well, the 6.5 PRC is there. I mean, it's got the same bullet weights, 195 down up to 150 as you get in the 270, but a much better BC. And with the right powder, if you hand load, you get, 50, 75, 100, sometimes 125 feet per second more out of the 6.5 PRC than you do the 270. So there's no real point if you want match grade accuracy in, especially over the counter factory ammo, in owning a 270 when the 6.5 PRC will do it and do it better. So that's that. I always like to say, 270 is like 30-06 for women. So
I don't have anything against it. It's not what I've chosen most of the time over the years. I think if from an on the shelf hunting selection of ammunition that's from the factory, there's still more options locally where I live for like the 270 than 6.5 PRC, 6.5 RPM or something like that. So that might be a reason for some people, but like I don't hate on it. It's not going to be my first choice, but I think there's better things out there, so.
all right. So cartridges to be brought back. David Walcott is saying 30 carbine. And I would say 30 carbine is it's dead in the water unless you have a 30 carbine. And the reason why I say this, there's only two guns, chambered for the 30 carbine that were reasonably popular. That is the M1 carbine, the 30 carbine. Though I'd love to have an M2 carbine someday. If anybody knows where one's for sale and it doesn't cost me $30,000, that would be fun. 30 carbine is, it's a lot of fun. But there's also the Ruger put a revolver in 30 carbine. And those are the only two guns worth owning, and they're great. But 30 carbine's knockdown power is, pretty light. Now that being said, my dad killed his very first deer with a 30 carbine. All right, so it was too light, too small knockdown energy. David Thompson saying right here, 30 carbine was a bad choice, but small knockdown energy. It was bad in World War II and in Korea because the full metal jackets just zipped right through people and people had to shoot 5, 6, 7 times. It wouldn't knock them down like the 30-06 M1 Garand would. But as far as knockdown energy, it's got about the same as an M4 carbine. You get 900 to 1100 foot-pounds of energy out of a M4 carbine. That's what you get out of a 30 carbine. So, it's all about how that bullet transfers the energy it has and what projectile. You put 110 grain soft points or 100 grain soft points in a 30 carbine, it's going to transfer its energy pretty well and hunt some good deer. So that's that. In fact, at one point, was it that did Hornady put their FTX bullet in a 30 carbine? I think they did at one point. That would be a nice little thing. If they didn't, they should have made a critical duty 30 carbine. That would have been awesome. I can't believe 16 gauge shells came back after a long winter's nap of 30, 40 years. When my
they put a
they
put a 110 FTX in one.
They did?
Okay. Yeah, they did. I just looked it up just to be sure.
Sweet. Yeah. 16 gauge. I love 16 gauge. It's fun to shoot. Recoils like a 20 gauge, but it has the power and range of a 12 gauge 2 3/4. So there you go. I like it. And if you put a 3-inch in a 20 gauge, well, now you're just increasing the powder charge in a smaller, lighter gun. So you're going to actually recoil more than a 16 gauge by a significant amount, going a 3-inch over a 16 gauge. So I like it, 16 gauge. My grandfather had one that we inherited. So old that Remington didn't have a record of the serial number, Remington 870 pump. So it's definitely pre-World War II. I believe whenever they first came out with Remington 870s, it's a 16 gauge. That one I would like to get when my parents pass on. I would like to get that gun. So that's the only one I need. I have a light new Remington Model 700 and about 200 rounds of 7mm run for it. There you go. That's a good one. 416.
Is that? Yeah.
In my prepper, you don't think anything you have is dead. Now, I agree with this. Same thing for 270. needs to be done for 25-06. Because they have some high BC bullets now but they need a 1 in 9, 1 in 10 twist, or excuse me, 1 in 8, 1 in 9 twist instead of a 1 in 10 to 1 in 12 twist. So 25-06 would be very good. I mean, 25-06 has taken every game on the North American continent. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Some people out here use it a little bit, but I don't know that I've actually shot one. I think maybe once, but that's about it. I almost got a 7 mm 08, which is far more common out here.
yeah.
But I didn't. I almost did. I almost got a Vanguard, a Weatherby Vanguard Camilla in it, and then instead we got a 6.5 Creedmoor for my
7mm 08 is the perfect starters for starter gun for or people who are recoil sensitive for anything in North America. So if you want to hunt from whitetail to grizzly bear, and you want the bare minimum gun for grizzly bear that's going to get the job done with the right bullet, but something that can kill everything else, 7mm 08 should be like your minimum. I wouldn't trust much less than that. Now that being said, I hunt Alaska with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and 6.5 Creedmoor is slightly less powerful at the muzzle than 7mm 08. I've done the video, but the difference between the two is what, 100 foot-pounds of energy maybe. So that's that. I also did that video at negative 15 degrees, so I wasn't getting good chronograph numbers that day, that's for sure. $25 ACP with better powder and bullets would make a mean small game rifle run. I agree. Now that's something tactical futtery I agree with you on. But would it carry too far? That's the question. 500 years, right? Yards, right? Not the diameter or bullet weight, about energy, transfer of energy. Yeah, exactly, David. And 6.5 Creedmoor will, or 6.5 PRC will transfer more energy than 270 at that distance. Marlin 35 lever Remington. I've shot one of those. Best hog gun I ever picked up for thick Florida palmetto and swamp. Really anchored them. Missed that gun. There you go. We shouldn't have got rid of that one. You guys. Appreciate your take on 270, bud. There you go. Appreciate it. I mean, it's just fun to do.
And Marlin actually made a lever action 30 carbine. I looked it up. It was on the list. I didn't know that. It must not have lasted long.
I never knew that.
I might research it some more because
got a 7mm 08 Ackley barrel coming from my Bergara. There you go.
Yeah, Marlin 30. It was a Levermatic version.
Levermatic.
Huh.
50 Beowulf died off since 500 Automax and 458 SOCOM came out, and all these others. I thought 458 SOCOM came out before 50 Beowulf. It came out in 458 SOCOM came out during the height of the war in Iraq. So you're talking like 2008, 2009. Speaking of which, I got a 458 SOCOM behind me if my camera would work tonight. Yeah, from Pro 2A Tactical. So make sure you go check out Pro 2A Tactical and tell them Alaskan Ballistics sent you. Cartridges of the World, good book. I think Amazon has it. Yep. 340 Weatherby is just as good as the 338 Lapua, but Weatherby neglects it. There you go. 28 gauge. Now that one made a comeback for quite some time because skeet shooters loved it. It got way more power than a 410, but kicked less than a 20 gauge. So that's that.
Yeah.
358 and 348 Winchesters. Yep. I think 358 Winchester is making a comeback because you can put it in an AR-10, if I'm not mistaken. There are people that build AR-10s in that. 10 gauge, kind of miss those. Older relatives had. They were fun to shoot. Yeah.
I actually I know quite a few people that still use those for turkey,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You're going to take long shots with a full choke. Why not? Well, so then what's killed the 10 gauge is the 3.5-inch 12 gauge Magnum is essentially
right,
the same load as a,
yeah,
what is it, a 3-inch 10 gauge or whatever?
it's yeah, yeah, the
So,
3.5 Magnum 12 gauge. It's like really this, yeah, kind of no reason to have the 10 gauge.
yeah.
Um,
Sniping out to 500 yards, I'll take my trusty old 222 250. Yeah, I've got 22 250. I'm loading it up right here, right now. So, Remington 22 Hornet and the Jet. Yeah. Yeah. 7mm 8's a great one there. Vermont Concerned Citizens, good to see you, buddy. I'll get a 7mm arrow and change the name to 7x51 NATO. No. Let's leave 7mm 8 Remington. What's up, Bending Ballistics? Marlins, original Marlins were built better than Winchesters, that's for sure.
wow, doesn't seem that way anymore.
No, but the original Marlins were definitely better and smoother. Don't talk poorly on 458 SOCON. It's the only proper AR-15 caliber besides 5.56. Wow. Actually, I like 25, 45 sharps, but nobody wants to popularize that. I like the 350 Legend. The 350 Legend's a good cartridge for what it was designed for.
Yeah, that's what
Most
that's
people
what all
don't
my
realize what the
friends.
350 Legend was designed for. It was designed for.
Oh, did you just go out?
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like your audio went out.
No,
I a bunch of
I
my friends use it in Michigan. Half the state where I'm originally from, unfortunately. Yeah, half the state you can only use straight walled cartridges, and it's really popular. 350 Legend and 450 Bushmaster for hunting whitetail. Um,
yeah, because the 350 Legend has the ballistics to get out to 300 yards fairly easily. Whereas, that's about the only straight draw cartridge you can consistently do that with unless you know what you're doing. So,
right. Yeah, it's pretty popular there for the hunting, and I think there's other states that have restricted areas too to straight wall cartridges only. When I was a kid, it was actually shotgun only, so everybody
oh
just
yeah.
used 12 gauge. But
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Canik TP9 SFX? I have one on a chance to buy a used one. If it's less than $400, you need to jump on it, or less than maybe 450. Yeah.
I have
More
one.
than
I
that, you
have
can
one.
find better deals on new ones.
I've had one for
It's a good gun.
3-ish years. I think I've had the TP9 SFX, and I used it in a. It was more like USPSA practicing, but they have matches where I live, and they kept. It was funny. I thought one was going to actually be a match, and then they're like, "Oh, not enough people showed up. We're just going to practice." But it's I think it's the best value in a pistol at its price point. Especially from like an entry level competition standpoint. Um, I think it's the best starter there is, and some people at the USPSA events were saying that they like were shooting better than their CZs basically, and H&Ks and things. I don't know if I believe that, but I think it's a great gun. Mine shoots great.
Yeah. What Americans need for actual fighting are more AR-15s with heavy 24-inch varmint barrels. I don't disagree. I think like you should have one of those per squad of guys. I don't think that should be your main weapon because main firearm because like it's you can't kick down doors with that. Um, I'm actually building my own AR right now. That's my birthday gift to myself, and I did a 20-inch heavy barrel. I considered 22 or 24. But the reason why I went 20 is because I could find the barrel cheaper mainly, and I didn't really need any more velocity or weight, but I got a specific purpose for mine. So this is, and it's not going to be a channel gun. It's just going to be a fun gun for me. It might be on the channel once or twice, but going to put the trigger in it. I want to, and maybe tune it up and see how accurate it is. So we'll see. So I got to actually do some work on it tonight too, hopefully. All right. Get down to here. 480 Ruger. I got some 480 Rugers on my channel. My cameraman has one. In fact, I got a box of extreme penetrators over here for it somewhere. What's your favorite 22-250 bullet tips out of Alaska? Well, I am just now doing my load development for my 22-250. I have built it. I am building it specifically for one video I want to do. I don't need a 22-250 in Alaska. We don't have varmints like that. We don't have prairie dogs or anything like that. I mean, I could shoot wolves with it, but wolves up here can be as big as a deer down south. I'd rather take my 6.5 Creedmoor out after wolves. And then they can surround you in a pack too. So that's always fun. I have loaded up for my 22-250. I am loading it to see what military bullets can do against body armor going that fast. And so I have loaded up some 40 grain full metal jackets that are thick jacket full metal jackets, some 55 grain boat tails that are 55 grain boat tails, some M855 A1, no, excuse me, M855 SS109 green tip, and then some M855 A1 bullets that are the steel tip stuff. So I got them loaded up. We'll see how they do. So that's that. We'll see how they do, and we'll see how they perform. I've got 4 pieces of body armor. Some of them I've shot before, but I've got 4 pieces of body armor to shoot it at. So 1 level 3+ steel and 3 different ceramic plates. And I bought all these. So if you like that, that's that. That's why I have a 22-250. So if you ask me if I had to hunt with it, I would go with Barnes TTSX. It's just, 62 grain or screaming at 3,600 feet per second is going to kill anything you need to kill. Just, 458 SOCOM became popular in 2016, but never became semi-spec until 2020. That's weird because I could have swore 458 SOCOM was, way older than that. Man, your yawn is loud on the mic.
Is it really? Yep. Oh man.
Yep, that's right. Tromix built the first 458 SOCOM rifle in 2001. Looks like they designed the round in year 2000. So that's that. There's a Wildcat until then, but yeah, there you go. Yep, there you go. 350 was designed for lawyers. Yeah, I don't know about that. .62 by 54 is kind of dying. Yeah, because the guns can't be cheaply imported anymore, and the ones that are still imported have shot out barrels and all sorts of crap. So 557 Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, that one's dead. Chase black bears in the hills of West Virginia. I fear the grizzly bears of Alaska. There you go. 458 Win Mag, please come back. Baby, come back. That's what he's saying. He's seen that big old 458. All right. Most bear attacks on human are black bear. That's true. Maker on the barrel. We talking about my 22-250, William Firm, or what barrel? Which barrel are we talking about? McGowan for the 22-250. I ordered a McGowan barrel. It's like a $500 barrel for the channel guys. So no yawning bullets for bucks. Good evening, Big E. 10mm good for a pack of wolves, coyotes, dogs. Absolutely. Bring back the Savage 99. There we go. For wolves, carry a few boxes of pig ears with you. There you go. Kind of wish there was a 40 caliber rifle cartridge, something akin to challenge to 45, 70 plus speed. So like what, a 10mm rifle? That'd be kind of cool. Thanks in the 22-50. My favorite, most accurate charge of 50 grain Winchester Silvernet H380 powder. Hey, that's what I loaded most of mine with. And IMR with 55 grain VMAX. Yeah. So. Yep. Yeah, there's that. I believe. You fish? Yes, I fish. Not very well. Bullets for bucks outfished me in my own river. So I hear bullets for bucks next string rifle being 30-06. Reloading Weatherby's trying to start crap. Thunderstorms going from 79 to 65-ish tomorrow. Yeah, we're supposed to get another foot of snow in the next 2 days or 3 days. That'll be like 5 feet in the last 2 weeks. Literally. There is actually a 10mm Magnum cartridge. It's a little bit longer. That's that. Yep. H380 is one of the best powders to work with. Yep. No, David, I'm an engineer. I repair fishing ropes, but you can't pay me enough to be on a boat standing there. There you go. Yeah, Alaska's gone burr. Yeah, it's been really bad. It's been really bad. Now, 220 Swift is a dying cartridge, and the reason it's a dying cartridge is A, 22-250 commercially loaded these days is faster, and B, like 22-250 has a variety of barrels and stuff that are out there. You can get like 1 in 9 barrels for like a standard Savage has a 1 in 9 barrel, which means you can shoot 64 and even 68 grain bullets with a 1 in 9. So it would be kind of cool. That 22-250 is better than that. Now, if I really wanted some speed, get 22-250 accurately improved. That's that. So people use 7.62 by 39. I mean, intermediate cartridges are okay for hunting deer. I wouldn't hunt anything better than that, but somebody killed a grizzly bear with one. So in self-defense, although I think he got charged because they said it wasn't self-defense. So Reloader 16 is nice for 22-50, but not super speed. Yeah, I was looking for super speed in this test because of the thing, because of the body armor test. I was looking for super speeds. So I've got it loaded up to where the 40 grain full metal jacket should get me about 43.25, 43.50 maybe. The 62 grain TTSX should get me about 37, right under 37. 62 grain M855 SS109 should get me about just under 37, probably 36.70, something like that. The M855A1 is probably going to get me just under 36. It's a long bullet. And then the 55 grain full metal jackets will get me up over 38. So see what we're doing. Anyway, 165 grain Accubons. There you go. Barn burners 22-50. Yep. Biggest game for 7mm mag 175 grain bear claw. Anything you want to hunt. Well, that's nice. Cool. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. My internet's still lagging slow. It's been an hour, just under an hour. Steven, you got anything you want to say about your channel and what's coming up? You're muted, dude.
That I don't know why it's been doing that. It like auto mutes every so often. Anyway, or maybe you muted me because I was yawning. I let's see here.
I
So
don't think it did this time.
we should finally get around to publishing and releasing hunting videos from this year, starting hopefully in January. So we'll have a couple of hunting videos a month at least coming out for several months in a row. Everything from caribou to elk to deer, and then some fishing videos as well. And we should be starting to do some rifle comparisons that didn't get done this year, like the Sako S20 versus like the Havoc PH2 and Weatherby versus Furious and things like this that just didn't get done. So should be good.
Cool. Sweet. Well, we'll have a 458 SOCOM test coming out later this week. It's not coming out tomorrow. I couldn't work on it all day yesterday, and I got other stuff to work on right now. So it'll probably be like a Saturday video this Saturday. But yeah, later this week we'll have a 458 SOCOM video coming out, and then then I got to go shoot some more videos. So that's that. I got a bipod video coming out, but
David Thompson, my channel's
stinky
Bullets
thing
for
I have to do.
Bucks. Bullets, the number 4, then Bucks. Thompson was asking what my channel was.
Yep. So there you go. Yeah, I look forward to the hunting videos too. See how much he makes fun of my fat butt, like walking a mile and a half behind him because I'm so fat. All right, but yeah, that's that. So, guys, take care. God bless. We will see y'all later.